And now let's read the starting lineup for Riverdale Baptist School. Number 0 is Wayne Bristol. Number 3, Donovan Totley. Number 4, Grant Grimes. Number 33, Thomas Gaskins. And number 35, Charles Creek.
One more game here in our day session today between Lighthouse and Riverdale here in Division 2 for Lighthouse Christian. Their starters this afternoon are Aaron Bates, Haroon Smiley, Jeremiah Walker, Malik McMurray, and Elijah Thomas. Lighthouse will be in those gray uniforms going left to right. For Riverdale today, it's Wayne Bristol, Donovan Totley, Grant Grimes, Thomas Gaskins, and Charles Creek. Riverdale will be in the white uniforms going right to left as we get underway here today. Out front, Bates, runner in the lane. That won't go, and the rebound collected. And now Crusaders will push it up. Bristol into the front court. Off to Creek. Now let's swing it over here on the near side. Totally gets in and has that feed off to Gaskins, who had a shot blocked. Dillon into the front court here. Parker trying to get free, and now we'll bring it back out near the half-court stripe. Smiley along the baseline. Back out front to McMurray. Now 3-ball out front. No good out of the hands of Smiley. Got his own rebound back, and then that wouldn't go. So Riverdale will bring it back up. Creek back on the near side for Grimes, and they'll swing it all the way back across to Totley. Totley trying to get in the lane. Fadeaway jumper from the free throw line is good. Nice move by Donald Totley.
Nice touch. Very nice touch.
2-0 lead for Riverdale. Parker Dillon in the lane. That wouldn't go. Now Riverdale back to the way. 3-ball on the baseline, no. And the board goes to Aaron Bates. Back off to Thomas. Swings it ahead to Smiley. 3-ball along the baseline is good. The triple from Parker Dillon. Back along the baseline, whistle, and Riverdale's Donovan Totley is on the bounds, so it will be Lighthouse basketball. New ball on the baseline wouldn't go, and in fact, it does go out of bounds. So go back down to Riverdale. Look back out front. Creek hands it off on the wing for Totley. Trying to pull up for 3, a long 3. That's a little short, and Smiley with the board. Haroon out into the front court and throws it away. Now inside, and that little layup is good. Charles Creek, good job of kind of creating space on the inside before he laid it in. Spin move down the lane, and the layup finished by Elijah Thomas. 5-4 the lead for Lighthouse, 4:40 to go opening quarter. Up front, Creek hands it off on the wing for Grimes. Swing it back over to Totally. All the way down the lane, gets in, missed the layup. Hit the deck, but no foul called. And back the other way comes Lighthouse on the run. Dillon, baseline Smiley, that wouldn't go. And the rebound underneath. Now Riverdale start up the offense. Left side three ball, that's good. Triple by Wayne Bristol. Seven. 5 the lead now for Riverdale. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. That pass sails out of bounds. Into the lane, pull-up jumper from 12 feet is good by Donovan Totally. 9-5 Riverdale leads, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Jeremiah Walker comes back out front to Hall. And we go baseline to Thomas. Looking for some help, gets a screen from Hall, and now Thomas a deep three, that's off the mark. And back down it goes to the Crusaders. Totally into the front court here again. Lighthouse staying man-to-man defense. Totally out front, pull-up jumper is no good. Rebounds flown out ahead, and the layup missed by Jeremiah Walker off the pass from Thomas. 3 ball on the wing wouldn't go, and now Riverdale back up with it. Baseline it goes for Bristol. Pull-up jumper, that's no good. Rebound bounces around. We got a whistle and a foul down low. So Charles Creek picks up his first, team first on Riverdale, as Cameron Liggins checks in for Lighthouse. And a double team out front that results in a turnover and a layup on the other end by Donovan Totally. Nate Hall into the front court. He turns the ball over. Down the lane, and another layup in the score from Donovan Totally. And just like that, it's 13-5 Riverdale. Lighthouse burns a timeout. 1:44 to go in the first. Take a break. Back with more action from the NACA in just a moment. shot off the mark, and back to the way comes Riverdale out of that timeout. Final minute and a half to go in this first quarter. Pass goes in the post and then picked off. Back to the way, Elijah Thomas on the run. Missed the layup. Had to adjust that in midair to get around the defender. And up with it is the runner from Totally. That wouldn't go. Now outlet feed again, back the other direction. Jeremiah Walker sets up for three. Missed that. And this tipped out of bounds, and it goes off of Wayne Bristol last, so Lighthouse will keep it. Three ball on the wing. That's good. Triple for Jeremiah Walker. His first points of the game, making it 13-8. Back the other way. That runner won't go. Rebound in the post. We got a whistle and a jump ball. It will stay with Riverdale. Inside it comes. That layup good and a foul. So the bucket by Charles Creek. And the foul will be on Jeremiah Walker. His first, team first. And Creek with the opportunity of the three-point play. On the baseline it goes. That pass deflected and will eventually carry out of bounds. It will stay with Riverdale here. Excuse me, stay with Lighthouse. Three ball on the baseline. That won't go, and the rebound still loose. And the Lions end up coming up with it. Forcing that shot up and in is Ray Adams. And it's a 15-10 lead for Riverdale. Final 15 seconds here of the first quarter. Donovan Totally on the far side. Gets a screen coming off the left wing. Ran out of room. Swings it back out front. Jumper off the mark by Wayne Bristol with 1.6 seconds left here in the quarter. Ray Adams will pick up his first and team second on Lighthouse. Free throw here is good. Bristol will have one more coming. So pair there for Bristol. The shot at the buzzer is no good. And at the end of one, 17-10, the lead for Riverdale Baptist. We're back with more of this game in a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament. So start of the second quarter, and Lighthouse turns it over. So the Crusaders will bring it up to 4. 3 ball on the baseline. That's good for Wayne Bristol. And it's a 20-10 lead for Riverdale. Parker Dillon a long 3. That rattles around and out. Rebound finally cleared out, and loose ball on the near side. Haroon Smiley came up with it, but I believe he was out of bounds. So it will be Riverdale basketball. Donovan Totley into the front court, hands it off. Now as Riverdale will back things out and kind of use a little bit of clock here in this offensive possession. Down the lane, there's a nice move to the hoop. And the left-handed layup from Charles Creek. 22-10. Almost 7 minutes to go in the half. Tried to swing it over. That's stolen by Creek. Launches it ahead to Bristol down the lane and lays it in. Parker Dillon trapped. Now swings it back across. Good look at a 3 way off the mark from Elijah Thomas. Baseline 3 ball, that's no good. And it will be Lighthouse basketball. Long 3 from Parker Dillon. That's off the mark. Rebound put back up and in by Ray Adams. 24-12. Back the other way. Layup is good. And again, getting to the rim quickly is Donovan Totley. And we have a full timeout to Lighthouse. 6 minutes to go in the half. 26-12 the lead for Riverdale. Take a break. Back with more of the NACA tournament here in just a moment. Three ball out of the timeout goes out of bounds. It'll go back over to Riverdale here. Donovan Totley puts it along the baseline. Runner there, no good. As back to the way comes Parker Dillon. Kicks it back out. 16-footer is good by Ray Adams. 26-14. Good pass back underneath. Now that's stolen away. Lighthouse trying to bring it back up again. Dillon in the front court. Sends it off on the wing. Now Dillon trapped in the corner. Sends it back out. Adams outside, long three. That won't go. And the rebound down low by Miles Anderson. Anderson back the other way. Now on the wing, totally. Gets in the paint. Almost lost it. 3-ball in the corner. That's no good. Lighthouse out on the run. Dillon down the lane and lays it up and in. Good take from Parker Dillon. 26-16. Three-ball on the wing. That's good. A deep three from Donovan Tonley. That's a way out there. 29-16. Swing it back to the free throw line. Now they come back near side. 3-ball. That is off the mark for Jeremiah Walker. Pushing it back up the floor. Now as Anderson goes underneath, and that runner no good. So Lighthouse to collect it back up. 3:40 to go in the half, 29-16, and that pass went right to Riverdale, and now a whistle and a foul. So that foul on Jeremiah Walker. That'll be his second, team third. And 2 free throws here. So King's free throw rattles off. So A.J. King makes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Down to 3:30 to go in the half. Gonna swing it back across for Malik McMurray. And that will eventually carry out of bounds.
So I understand you have a tough decision coming up. Could be your most important decision of the week.
It could be. Yes, it could.
Where to eat in Dayton.
That's the thing. But I really want, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I want. That's the problem. As that's deflected underneath and stolen away. I guess I got to decide that first, what I'm in the mood for. I really don't want to go sit down in a restaurant, though. I'm not really in the mood to do that. Something I can take with me.
Okay.
Which it'll probably end up being the same barbecue place that I go to every time. I'm guessing. I don't know. Jump ball, and it will be Lighthouse basketball. Although I don't know. I mean, they've added so many different things here. I'm not really sure I know all the options anymore.
You can't go wrong with Momo's barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually where I end up at least once a trip.
But that's playing it safe.
That's playing it safe? What's the risky play?
Well, something you haven't tried.
Oh, okay. Well, granted, that's probably true, but what haven't I tried that's at least not something that I couldn't get somewhere else? Jumper from the free throw line is good by Elijah Thomas, and it's back to a 10-point game.
So there's another new restaurant called the Screen Door Cafe. It's on Delaware Avenue.
Is that the one? Is it in a house?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've been by there a few times. That's the shortcut street through town.
That's it.
So that's deflecting out of my. I've been here enough where I know at least a little bit of how to get around.
Yeah, it's like your second home. home away from home.
I am here at least a couple times a year.
Yeah.
3 ball on the wing. That's no good by Parker Dillon. Gets his own board, though. Back out front to Thomas. Down the lane. Throws that up. No. And the rebound to Wayne Bristol. Now it comes to Anderson. Goes down low. And right down the lane. Goes down him totally. And he'll finish with the left hand. (32-20).
That play got bumped up to the highlight reel.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute here when we get to our first half stats. And there's a whistle and a foul.
That one almost made it to the top of the highlight reel.
Elijah picks up his first foul and team 4th on Lighthouse. 1 minute exactly to go in the half. 32-20 to lead for Riverdale. I think I've tried all of the fast food type options. Unless there's one that I don't know of yet.
I don't recommend fast food. I want you to.
It's not really my.
I want you to have something you can't get anywhere else.
So a free throw here off the mark.
So have you tried Monkey Town Brewing Company?
Monkey Town? No.
Okay, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They do have a microbrewery in there.
There's so many options in this town.
Just go easy because we do have 2 games this evening.
Right. So baseline 3 ball, that won't go. And finally cleared out by Riverdale. Here's Totally on the run. Kicks it ahead to Anderson.
It's certainly good. A lot of good food choices at Monkey Town. And that one is right downtown. It's right downtown Dayton.
The thing is, I want something I could take with me, though.
You could call in an order at Screen Door Cafe or
there's a loose ball, and now we have a whistle and a jump ball. We'll stay with Riverdale with 8 seconds left.
Of course, there's always Jacob Myers with all kinds of sandwiches. And
I've been to Jacob Myers a couple of times. That's decent. And I like Carabelle's a lot. I'm just not, I don't know. Not particularly sure I'm in the mood for that at the moment. Underneath, and that layup is good. Down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, and they're not going to get a shot off. They don't get a shot off. And at the end of one, it's 35-20, the lead for Riverdale here over Lighthouse. Have your first half scoring totals as we queue up highlights here for that first half. For Lighthouse scoring, Jeremiah Walker has 1 3-point field goal. Malik McMurray with 2 points. Elijah Thomas has 4. Parker Dillon with 5 points, including 1 3-point field goal. Ray Adams with 6 first half points. For Riverdale, 11 points for Wayne Bristol, including 2 threes. He's 3 of 4 from the free throw line. A.J. King with 1 point. He's 1 of 2 from the line. 8 points for Charles Creek, 0 for 1 from the stripe. 15 points for Donovan totally, including 1 3-point field goal. And that pretty much does it for your first half scoring total, as things pretty well handled by Riverdale through one half of basketball.
At this point, we'll see if Lighthouse makes some halftime adjustments, comes back with a new plan of attack.
As you get last look at some of those first half highlight plays, and at the end of that half, 35-20 is the lead for Riverdale. One more half of basketball to go here during the day session, and then tonight we'll have back-to-back Division I boys semifinals. That'll be at 8 and 9:30 tonight. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with your second half of this one in a moment. You're watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير الدنيا داي روزا.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير الدنيا داير وزا.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
Start of the second half, and a rebound put back up and in by Haroon Smiley. 35-22, the lead for Riverdale. Here just underway, quarter number 3. Baseline to Gaskins, and now they'll back it out. Totally comes near side to Bristol. Now swing it back around, 3 ball, that's good. Triple by Donovan Totally. 38-22. Pass back out front. Now let's swing it around. 3 ball on the near side. That's good. Triple for Elijah Thomas. His first 3 of the game. 38-25. Totally back the other way, and he hits again. His third 3 of the game. 41-25. Parker Dillon for 3. That's good. Wow. My goodness. What in the world happened to start this half? It's like a 3-point competition. Totally with a 15-footer. That won't go. And back up with it comes Lighthouse. 3 ball on the left wing. That won't fall for Dillon. It deflects out of bounds. It will be Lighthouse basketball. Out top, Smiley for 3, and he hits that. So Haroon Smiley with a triple, and it's 41-31, back to a 10-point game. Baseline now in the post, that ball kicked away. Parker Dillon out on the run. He'll pull up for 3. That's off the mark, and that's not a good shot either. Just kind of threw it up there. Back in the post, it goes to Smiley. He spins, fires, and scores. Well.
Yeah, we have 5 3-pointers to start off the second half.
Not a bad start for Lighthouse to begin the second half of play, and then Wayne Bristol gets to the hoop. So 43-33, 5:35 to go in the third. Swinging around to Bates. Now Dillon pass across on the near side for Thomas. Free throw line, Smiley. That's good. Well, Haroon Smiley has 7 quick points here in the second half, 43-35. Out it comes to Bristol. Free throw line, good move, spin down the lane, and then the left-hand finish by Charles Creek, and a timeout to Riverdale. They lead at 45-35, 4:53 to go in the third. Take a break, back with more in just a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament. Out of the timeout, Thomas gets it back out front. Tried to get a step. Smiley in the post. Now work back up front. Now inside. Smiley off the glass and scores. (45-37). 3 ball in the corner. That's good. Wayne Bristol with a triple, making it 48-37. Out front, Thomas pulls up at the free throw line. tried to go to Smiley, and that kicks out of bounds. So it will be Riverdale basketball. So Jeremiah Walker back in. Back out on the wing, and that's picked off by Haroon Smiley down the lane, and he'll just lay it in with the right hand.
It's going to be his 11th point.
I'm telling you, man, he's on an offensive tear. Baseline 15-footer is good by Wayne Bristol. 50-39 back the other way. Layup good by Walker. 50-41. Three ball on the wing wouldn't go, but the rebound underneath by Anderson goes up, no. And finally taken away. Dillon on the wing, back up top. Thomas for three, and that's good. Elijah Thomas with his second three. It's back to a 6-point game at 50-44 with 2:45 to go in the third. And we got a whistle and a foul. McMurray picks up his first foul. Team first. Ball in the corner wouldn't go. And now Lighthouse comes away with it. Elijah Thomas into the front court. Swings it off into the corner. Three ball. There is good. Another triple. Parker Dillon with his third three of the game. And just like that, it's a 3-point game.
Wow.
50-47, the lead for Riverdale. Full timeout here at the Lighthouse. We'll take one as well. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the NACA tournament. Riverdale to bring it up, leading by 3, but Lighthouse has been on an offensive explosion here in the second half. Pull up, jumper from the wing won't go. Rebound underneath. Bristol off the glass and scores. 52-47. Elijah Thomas down the lane and puts in the layup with the right hand. 52-49. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is no good. Thomas with a deep three, and that's well short. And a 1:10 to go in the quarter. Bristol in the post, and Creek is fouled. He tried to make a move. That will be on Jeremiah Walker, his third, team second. A.J. King back in for the Crusaders. And he'll score off the glass. So A.J. King with his first field goal, 54-49. Dylan pull-up jumper from 15 feet. That won't go. The other way, down the lane. The layup won't go, but we have a whistle and a foul. And on Parker Dillon, it's his first foul, team third on Lighthouse. As Donovan totally to the free throw line. And free throw is good. Free throw rattles around and out, but good board underneath by Bristol. And Lighthouse will reset down to 30 seconds to go in the third, 55-49. And down to 10 seconds to go. On the lane, Totally runner, that wouldn't go. Back outside at the buzzer, no, but we have a whistle and a foul. So that will be on Jeremiah Walker. That's going to be his fourth and team fourth. And to the free throw line goes Wayne Bristol for 3 free throws to end the quarter. First one rattles in. And one more here for Bristol. And it'll make that. So 2 out of 3 that trip. 57-49, the lead for Riverdale. We'll take a break, come back with their fourth quarter in a moment. You're watching the NACA. The foul on Ray Adams. As runner there won't go, and back up with it comes Riverdale. And set it way back out front to Totally. Good pass underneath. And a wide open look for Charles Creek. 60-49. Diddle on the baseline, and he'll score that. 60-51. Now totally will back it out. Under 7 minutes to go. Down the lane, Anderson, nope, but he'll head to the free throw line. Malik McMurray with his second. Team 6, free throw good by Miles Anderson. We'll have one more coming. .51. Long three, that's good. I mean, way out by Elijah Thomas. 62-54. This goes along the baseline. That runner no good. Bristol gets it back, and he'll head to the free throw line. So Malik McMurray picks up his third foul. That free throw is good. And a couple of free throws that trip. 64-54 the lead for Riverdale. Gillen into the front court here for Lighthouse. Gives it off along the baseline for Hall. Try to swing it around. Thomas with a jumper. That wouldn't go. Rebound tip back out. Hall's jumper from the free throw line's no good. And finally collected by Donovan Totley, and he'll swing back out up top. Good pass underneath. And the layup there by A.J. King. 66-54. Dillon on the wing. Trying to swing it back across. Thomas on the far side as he'll back it out. Long three is off the mark. Rebound to McMurray. Now three ball. That goes out of bounds, and it will be Riverdale basketball. Up down the lane, totally off the glass, no. Now it comes to McMurray. Has to push it up into the front court, down the lane. That's blocked out of bounds. As Bristol got hand on that. Jeremiah Walker back in for Lighthouse. So timeout to Riverdale, full timeout, 4:58 to go in the game, 66-54. They laid it. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the NACA tournament.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغییر بدید دنیا را در این روزا.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
So off the inbounds pass, under 5 minutes to go here. Thomas, little give and go, ran out of room. Dillon on the wing. And there's a turnover. Back the other way comes Riverdale, and that layup's no good. Thomas lost it in the backcourt. Still loose. We got a whistle and a jump ball. And it will be Lighthouse basketball with 4:30. So pull-up jumper from the baseline. That won't go. And Riverdale will come away with it. So back out front. Comes down to Totley. Down to 4 minutes to go here in this one. Donovan floater. That's good. 68-54. Deep three won't go from Parker Dillon. So Riverdale trying to work a little bit of clock here. Down to 3:25 to go. Down the lane, totally again, no. And the rebound cleared out by Lighthouse, and that pass picked off by Creek. Up to the front court he comes, outside Totley. Creek in the post. He fires up a shot, that wouldn't go. And back the other way comes Elijah Thomas on the wing, three ball. That won't go, and finally deflects out of bounds. It will be Lighthouse basketball. Pass on the inside, that won't go. And now Riverdale comes away with it with 2:45 to go. Miles Anderson just kind of working out front. Down the lane, lost it. We got a whistle and a reach-in foul. Be on Aaron Bates, his first foul, and it's teammate, so one of the bonus coming up here. So Miles Anderson with one more here as he makes a pair. 70-54, 2:30 left. And Parker Dillon lost it. Now it comes down the lane, and that runner goes for Wayne Bristol. Parker Dillon ran out of room. Flips that back out. Smiley gives it up into the corner, down to 2 minutes to go. Thomas down the lane, kicks it off baseline. That won't go. And the foul on Charles Creek. Well, evidently it's on 22. Thought it was on 35. First on A.J. King. Free throw here is good. And Malik McMurray will have one more coming. And makes a pair. Now 72-56. Now it comes to Bristol. Swing it back far side for Totley, and he lost it. Picked up by Creek underneath, had that blocked. So Lighthouse will bring it up, 1:30 left. Parker Dillon from 15 feet, that banks off no good. Rebound put back up by Smiley, no. They had a whistle and a jump ball, so it will be Riverdale basketball with 1:23 left. Up it comes into the front court. Totally good pass underneath, and Creek lays it in. Charles Creek with another bucket. 74-56 as we approach 1 minute to go in the game. On the lane, Creek's going to get called for the foul. So Aaron Bates to the free throw line here. That rattles off no good. Toby Bello and Warren Shaw will check in here. And Bates misses a pair. Down under a minute to go in this game. Totally lost it. A whistle and a jump ball. So Haroon Smiley will pick up the foul. That's his first. And Donovan Totley to the free throw line here for one of the bonus. That's good. And a pair as Grant Grimes comes in for Totley. 76-56, 47 seconds remaining. Owen swings it off to Bates. Now back near side, three ball. That won't go. And the rebound underneath. Grimes into the front court. Off to Anderson. And Grimes will back it out. And that kicked out of bounds, that it will stay with Riverdale with 12 seconds remaining.
Again, our not games tonight is going to be.
Oh, and that shot erased on the defensive end of the floor by Miles Anderson.
Hamilton Heights versus Our Savior. Is that right? Or did Word of God beat Our Savior in the first round?
I don't remember, but my brain is like on pause.
I do believe it's Hamilton Heights and Our Savior.
So, yeah, I think you're right. Parker Dillon for 3, and that will end it. 76-59 is the final as Riverdale defeats Lighthouse. Give me our final totals here in just a moment.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hang with us. We're going to have the post-game wrap-up with player totals, and we're going to roll some highlights.
All right.
And, Johnny, if you want
I'll
to,
let you,
I'll get these going
okay.
just to start before you start counting those totals. These about the first 12 clips is
3-pointers.
3-pointers. So let's count them down.
There's a lot of beginning part of that.
There's one. This is just to
half.
start the second half.
There was about 6 threes in 45 seconds.
Yeah. Back-to-back threes.
I mean,
the third one.
It was just like a 3-point competition to start the second half. I mean, and deep threes, too. We're not talking just barely behind the arc. Some of these threes are 3, 4, 5 feet behind the arc. Yeah, this is a bunch of threes. As we get to the totals here, first off, for Lighthouse, Haroon Smiley with 13 points, including 1 3. Jeremiah Walker had 5, including a 3. Malik McMurray with 4 points. He was 2 of 2 from the line. 6 points for Ray Adams. 15 for Elijah Thomas on 3 3-point field goals. 16 points for Parker Dillon. He had 4 3-point field goals in that game. For Riverdale, A.J. King with 5 points, including 1 of 2 from the line. 5 points for Miles Anderson. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 14 points for Charles Creek. He was 0 for 1 from the stripe. 26 points for Donovan Totley. He had 3 3-point field goals and was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 26 points also for Wayne Bristol, who had 3 3-point field goals, and he was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. So all in all, Riverdale kind of runs away with that thing at the end and gets a relatively easy victory over Lighthouse. Got 2 more games to come your way tonight, 8 and 9:30. The boys Division I semifinals back-to-back here later on. That'll do it for our day session. We'll see you tonight. You've been watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.